So Shannon, is Jefferson saying KD is better than LeBron here?
No. KD also has Steph, Clay, and Draymond in 2017, which somehow Richard Jefferson failed to mention. Skip, everybody knows that Kevin Durant is a great player. He's probably regarded as the second best player, he or Steph, right behind LeBron in the 2010s. We know that. There's no denying Kevin Durant's talent. But Skip, there's a reason why the Warriors went out and got him. Because I think the thing that's going to get lost is just how good that Cavaliers team was that KD, them ended up beating in 5 games. And Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and Steve Kerr, and Bob Myers, and all those guys knew after they lost 3-1 in 2016, they were not going to beat LeBron and Kyrie again. They knew that. Mm-hmm. That is why they went and linked up with Kevin Durant. That's why they interrupted that man's vacation in the Hamptons. That's why they bet Draymond was in the parking lot crying with a towel on. He got me. He got me, KD. Call him K. K, he got me. What's going on, Draymond? Why you crying, man? He did it. We need you. So I'm not diminishing what KD is. I understand. But Skip, let me tell you something about the 2017 finals. LeBron James in the 2017 finals, he's the first guy to ever average a triple-double for the finals. You mentioned that game 3 in which they lost, Kevin Durant hit the shot. But LeBron had 39, 11, and 9 in that loss. In the closeout game in which they lost, the game 5, he was 41, 13, and 8. Now, Kevin Durant averaged 35, 8, and 5. In the game 3, which he hit that shot, he had 31, 9, and 4. Klay Thompson had 30. Steph Curry had 26. You see? In the closeout game of game 5, 39, 6, and 5 for KD. Steph Curry had 34. So if you just want to make it about KD, everybody knows. Check the resume. When they had comparable talent, LeBron had one other superstar, KD had one other superstar. And look at the record. And then look at KD's record at Warriors against LeBron once he got Clay and Steph and Draymond. So that's not what Richard Jefferson said. Richard Jefferson said, hey, yeah, I fear KD because I know what he represents. Everybody knows what he represents. But this notion that all of a sudden KD became invincible and he was better than LeBron, stop it. Just stop it.
And that's exactly what I'm going to say to everything you just said. Just stop it. Thank you, Richard Jefferson. He finally summed up what I've been trying to tell you for about 3 years on this show. Kevin Durant is the best player on the planet. All you need to know is that a man who played with LeBron, has been close to LeBron, has been many times out to dinner on the road with LeBron, Richard Jefferson, who's becoming one of the better analysts, game analysts and commentators in all of the media on pro basketball. He just summed it up for you. I had LeBron on my team, and I didn't want to see him coming because what's the translation? Because he's better than my guy LeBron. That's all you need to know. You scoffed and laughed at my tweet that we led the show with on Monday morning. It was off Kevin Durant's return on Sunday afternoon for the Nets. He'd missed another 3 games, and he comes back and just takes the game over. He made his first shot, and he just kept making shots the rest of the game. And I said, I don't know anybody who can do that, including LeBron James. He's the best mid-range jump shooter in the league right now. He's one of the better three-point dagger shooters in the game right now. He is just an unstoppable force at 7 feet tall and a long 7 feet tall. And he can do whatever you want. He can rim protect. He can assist. He's averaging 5 assists. That could be 10 if he really needed to, but they need him to be the primary scorer. And you keep summing it up for me. You keep making my case because you're right. In 2016, those 3 guys sat back and they said, we're not good enough to beat that team. That we had them down 3-1 and we could not hold them off. And you're right. Draymond went crying into the parking lot at Oracle and called K. And he needed K to save the day. And what is your analogy? What do you use? It was a Maserati. Okay, so Steph pulls the Ferrari. I never can get it right. There are 6 of one, half dozen of the other to me. But you say Ferrari, I'll give you Ferrari. And he pulls it up in the Hamptons to wherever Kevin was staying and said, hey, I'm going to get out of the driver's seat. I'm going to walk around the car and get in the passenger seat. You drive because we need you to beat them. And all he did was live up to the most pressure maybe anybody's ever had to live up to, because the NBA world was waiting for Kevin to fall on his face in that 2017
And guess what Kevin Durant said? I need y'all to beat him too, because I had you guys down 3-1 and I couldn't close the deal. So I just want you to tell me the time that players have linked up to go beat Kevin Durant. Name the teams that put their teams together to go beat Kevin Durant in OKC or beat him in Brooklyn. He wasn't satisfied with Kyrie. He had to go get James Harden. And you talk about the best player. I wish he might be.
He didn't go get James Harden. James fell into their lap.
No, Skip. Sean Marks said he asked Kevin Durant. He asked Kyrie Irving. So, because
but they weren't campaigning for James. They didn't say, we need James. They said, sure, we'll be great with James.
See,
yeah,
but
we welcome him.
When LeBron says that, LeBron put the team together. Now, everything else is...
I never said that.
Yeah, you say it all the time.
I did not say
Hold
that.
On. You just said the reason why all these... So why are these guys from Clutch, all these guys from Clutch on the Lakers? That's what you just said.
That's a whole nother issue.
There ain't no whole nother issue. Because
he's now the GM of the Lakers. Way to go.
You see? So Kevin Durant is the GM of the Brooklyn Nets. Skip, you and I both know nobody general manager thinks Kevin Durant is better than LeBron. Nobody has put teams together.
Well, Richard Jefferson does, or he wouldn't have said that.
Skip.
That sums it up.
Skip, you see what happened? Now, you notice when I said in the Game 3 loss, LeBron was 39-11-9, and KD had his 31-9-4.
Shannon, all you need to know is that the shot of shots in 2017 was in LeBron's house and in LeBron's face. Could we see the dagger? I just got to see it one more time just to remind everybody. Here's the shot of shots. Game tied, and he goes right in LeBron's face. Boom. And he just hit a baseline jumper that got them back even. And here he goes, LeBron, he just walked right into a three, right in your mug.
Skip, LeBron had 39-11-9.
I hit the shot. Those are the shots. Who was the MVP of the series?
So what are we going to do about Steph and Klay combining for 56?
They needed this guy. He was the aircraft carrier. He took the whole
I'm not
series
saying
over.
that they didn't need him, but the point of the matter is you keep saying he's the best. He linked up with a unanimous MVP. He linked up with Klay and Draymond.
Because they begged him to come and save them.
So did they not save him? You make it seem like he wasn't drowning. Remember, he had a 3-1 lead on the very team that came to look for him. So he couldn't swim either.
Okay, but what happened? What did I tell you? He decided he could not win games that needed to be won with Russell Westbrook as his I'm talking.
Go ahead.
As his primary decision maker. You know it and I know it. And he said, I'm 10 years in. I guess I got to go join forces with them because they are begging me to come and I need my one ring. And he went and won 2 as the MVP in LeBron's house. He went back-to-back game 3s and took the game over.
So no one else asked for KD's services. Only Golden State. So guess what? They begged him to come. He begged them to accept him.
No, he did not.
He did.
They flew all the way to the Hamptons out on Long Island.
Well, how the hell did they know where he was?
Well, I don't know. Through his agent? They called his agent.
So in other words, he told them where they was. He took the meeting. If you that guy, they needed Skip. Stop pretending like it was a one-way street. He needed them as much as they needed him.
What if I always told you about Steph Curry? Go look at what happens to Steph Curry in the biggest playoff games. He's not that guy. He shrinks. He plays smaller than he actually is.
Skip, go back and look at games 5, 6, and 7 when Kevin Durant had a 3-1 lead on Golden State in the Western Conference Finals. Stop pretending like...
Handicapped.
Oh, now he handicapped.
Well, who's the primary decision maker? Does Kevin bring the ball up the floor?
Now he handicapped.
Yep.
You see, you make every excuse in the world when Kevin Durant does not succeed in the playoffs. But then you give him all the credit. You make it seem like Steph Curry. Are you watching what Steph Curry is doing right now?
I don't really care what he's doing right now. Okay. Because I care about what happens in the postseason, and I dare you or anybody out there to go look at games 5, 6, and 7 of the 2016 Finals and say, where is Steph Curry?
I said the same thing. Go look at Kevin Durant in the same Western Conference Finals and say, where's Kevin Durant, especially Game 6. Go look at that. Okay. Go look at that. He had a 3-1 lead.
I told you what the problem is. Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook just broke the Wilt record for all-time one-month triple-doubles.
Yeah.
Because he just is the all-time ball hog. He's just going to dribble it into oblivion.
But this is what I don't understand. I just need somebody, and people, I want you to chime in, Twitter. Russell Westbrook was the problem.
I don't need Twitter.
No, I need him to help me out with this one. Russell Westbrook wasn't the problem when they got a 3-1 lead. He only became the problem once they lost the 3-1 lead. Help me understand that. So Twitter, don't you chime in. This is your form. So to get the 3-1 lead, Russ wasn't the problem. Only the problem afterwards.
All I care about is that Richard Jefferson, a close friend of LeBron, said, I didn't want to see him coming.
Skip,
I had LeBron, and I didn't want to see him coming.
Skip.
I hate to say this for Richard, but that road tripping podcast that he does with Allie and Channing Frye,
yeah.
I'm afraid LeBron's not going to be a guest on it anymore.
But Skip, that's what I don't understand. He's playing with three other Hall of Famers.
He took it over. They wouldn't have won without him.
Would he have won without them?
Well, what are you talking about?
What do you mean, what am I talking? Would Kevin Durant won 2017, 2018 NBA Finals if he was not on Golden State? That's what I'm asking you.
Okay, but that doesn't disqualify him from being the best player. Who was the MVP? Who did they beg to come? It was him. Come save us. That's all you need to. I've been trying to tell you. He's the best player on the planet. It's over. You got to accept it. You got to swallow it. Richard Jefferson just closed my case. Thank you.
So in other words, whoever wins Finals MVP is the best player. So Andre Iguodala was the best player in 2015 because he won Finals MVP. That's what you're saying.
He was the best player on that floor of those games against LeBron in his house.
Skip, stop it. Skip.
I mean, LeBron got outplayed by Andre Iguodala in the key game in the 2015 Finals, Game 4 at home. Go look it up.
Skip.
7 of 22.
LeBron James averaged 36, 13, and 9. And you said a man that averaged 17 points a game was better. Stop it, Skip. Don't do that.
Gotta move on.
I mean, come on. We got to be real with
Thank you, Richard Jefferson.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.